Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of RedFoxComms. I'm your host, AugieRFC. Now today on the show we're going to be delving back into a topic that I briefly touched on earlier this year when I made a video titled Why LeafyIsHere was important. In the video, like the title would explain, I go into detail about why LeafyIsHere was important for the platform. Today on the show we're going to be talking about Leafy again, but sort of in a different context. I never thought I'd be making a video where I would be saying 100% for sure that LeafyIsHere is most likely not coming back, but today I'm doing exactly that. And it's because of a recent video put out by Implement, which was a follow-up to his more popular video, Leafy Was Here, YouTuber Geographic, a video I highly recommend you watch. However, in the follow-up, Implement starts the video by doing a half-an-hour Q&A, but the real meat of the video comes in when he brings in Colossal's Crazy and Tommy C to talk about their experiences with Leafy, and in the process, it really exposed to us who Leafy is as a person. Now, obviously, they don't go into a full autopsy report. I mean, you can't get into someone's head like that. But it does give us an idea of who Leafy is, and it's given me such an idea of who Leafy is that I think I can come to the conclusion that LeafyIsHere is most likely never coming back to the website again. I don't see him jumping back into the game 100% permanently. The reason why I'm so sure that he's never coming back is these few clips, one of which is from Colossal's Crazy. Now, when Implement was making the video, Colossal's Crazy reached out to him in the DMs and filled Implement in on details about Leafy. One of the things Colossal said that to me was the most interesting was how Leafy viewed YouTube at the time of his hype. Listen to this clip.
He was definitely a bit of a sociopath. Not like full-blown, but a bit. He was borderline obsessed with YouTube. It became a real ego thing for him. It was pretty much all he had. This dude was a multi-millionaire, but he spent less than someone on minimum wage would spend in a year. That's how deep he was into YouTube. Pretty much never left his room and ate cheap packet noodles. He actually hated making videos, had no passion for the creative process whatsoever. He didn't like his own fans or interacting with them. He hated all other YouTubers and, quite rightly, didn't trust them. After a while, he didn't even care about the money. It was literally just a number to him at that point, and he didn't even know what to spend it on. Just seeing millions of views and the subscriber gains, that's the kind of stuff he got off on. I personally never understood it, but I guess everyone has different drives and motivations. So when YouTube fucked him, he had literally no reason to continue. He knew that no matter what he did, he was fucked forever. Even if he changed up his content, he was fucked.
Also, later on in the video, Tommy C actually came on to talk about Leafy more in detail, and he even confirmed what Colossal said, even though he had no idea Colossal was even going to be in the videos, adding validity to what Colossal said.
You got to understand with Leafy, and I think that's why he put himself in a bad situation. He's a gamer, a hardcore gamer. Can you say that anymore? Does that make me sound old? No, he loves gaming, loves esports. He really is passionate about esports. So that passion that he had for YouTube, which is probably the same for esports as far as producing content, but I don't think it's the same passion that me and you have, making the perfect video. I mean, if you ever played Pac-Man, the only way to determine the better player is who has the most points, and for him, hits were the most points.
So in this clip, you can see that Leafy really wasn't a traditional YouTuber in the sense that they really enjoyed it. Leafy enjoyed the grind, but he didn't enjoy the process of making the videos. He more enjoyed the process of getting them out there and getting the views and the money. Money to Leafy is really more of a side effect. It was a nice bonus, but to Leafy, the real meat of the game came from the views and the subscribers that he got. Leafy was a YouTuber who hated doing YouTube, but enjoyed the benefits you get from doing YouTube enough to keep him in the game. Now that Leafy isn't getting the benefits in terms of views and subscribers, there's really no point for him to be here. In fact, it's really a miracle that he was on the website so long after he was getting screwed by YouTube. I mean, YouTube was deleting subs for about a year before he finally decided to pull the plug and leave YouTube. In my opinion, I think what Leafy was thinking was that if I stick through with the game long enough, I'll make a comeback, the sub loss will die down and turn around, and then I can come back and really make gains on YouTube like I used to again. Unfortunately, YouTube is directly hurting Leafy's channel as exposed by Implement. They're purposely banning him from recommended. They held meetings back in 2016 deciding how they would get rid of him. YouTube viewed Leafy as a threat to the platform. They didn't want Leafy coming on and spreading his cancerous content and his influence to other YouTubers. I mean, at the time when Leafy was making content at his height, other YouTubers in the community were making similar, albeit sometimes even worse content than Leafy's. So YouTube had to exterminate Leafy's channel so that these channels wouldn't come and YouTube just wouldn't become a whole website full of Leafy clones. All this to tie back into the fact that because YouTube is directly hurting Leafy's channel, and Leafy's only point of being on YouTube is to get views and subs, then we can see why Leafy probably isn't going to come back to the channel anytime soon. Even if he were to make a new channel and to change up his content, like Colossal said, I don't think it would help out. I think YouTube would find this new channel and they would quickly suspend the channel from recommendeds just because they don't want to deal with what they dealt with in 2016. They viewed Leafy as a threat, and they're not about to have Leafy take over the platform again. I think Leafy has permanently screwed himself on YouTube and gotten on YouTube's permanent bad books. Another thing they talked about Leafy in the video was how Leafy really loved the daily grind.
He said something to me to the effect of, like, I could never do the daily grind again. And I said, that's great, because the daily grind actually might hurt you in the algorithm. I told him what Nerd City had told me. And he's like, really? And I started to realize that he's really been out of it as far as being engaged in YouTube, like, you know, content creators like you and me are. That seems so foreign to him that you didn't have to do the daily grind. And it turned him off. And he even said that it made him angry. Because that's what I think he liked doing. He liked hustling and he liked getting the high score. And now the rules have changed as such where it doesn't favor his strategy. And I don't think that's an insult. I think that's a fact. I think actually he would agree with me.
Nowadays on YouTube, the daily grind simply doesn't really exist anymore. Recently, there's been an algorithm change on YouTube that has made daily content actually hurt people's channels instead of help. You guys remember, pretty much most of the time this year, I've been striving to do daily content. And while admittedly I haven't done a really good job of it, that's been what the goal has been. However, recently, if you look at my channel bio, I've no longer included that the content will be daily, and I've said at most I'll upload maybe once, twice, or 3 times in a week, but not really going for daily content because I don't want to hurt myself. Now, on the YouTube algorithm, videos need more time to sit there and have a chance to get caught on to the algorithm before the videos quickly become irrelevant to YouTube's algorithm. So nowadays when YouTubers upload videos, they want to give the videos an extra day or so more time so that if the video were to potentially explode, it has plenty of time to do that. Whereas back in 2017, when you uploaded videos, the time in which a video could be promoted by the algorithm was much smaller. They've extended that time so that now daily content actually hurts your videos. I think that someone who hates making videos hearing this would appreciate that and want to come back to YouTube. But Leafy really loved posting videos. Not making videos, posting videos. And the fact that there's no such thing as a daily grind on YouTube anymore adds to Leafy's disappointment with the platform as a whole. YouTube isn't the same place as it was in 2016, and Leafy simply has no interest coming back to a platform that doesn't allow you to do daily grind content. All in all, in this video, I learned a lot about how Leafy works, and a lot of what my thoughts were on Leafy beforehand changed when I heard this video. I was always a fan of Leafy's personality. I thought he was very unique to the platform. I was never someone who outright hated him. However, upon listening to this video, I learned a lot about what Leafy thought about YouTube as a platform. And honestly, I'm inclined to agree with his grievances on the platform. In my opinion, if Leafy ever wants to come back to the internet, he should become a streamer instead. Maybe not on Twitch, because I doubt Twitch would want Leafy on their platform for too long. But I do think Leafy should become a streamer on some website because I find a lot of that raw Calvin personality, not Leafy, but Calvin, more interesting than what Leafy's persona has to offer. And I think when you have Leafy sitting there expressing his raw thoughts and raw opinions on something on a live environment, it's a lot more interesting than Leafy on a pre-rendered video. So if Leafy ever has any desire to come back to the internet, maybe not YouTube, maybe not Twitch, but maybe he should become a live streamer instead. I would certainly be the first to tune in if he decided to do that, but somehow I feel like Leafy's not just done with YouTube, but done with the internet as a whole. I doubt he's like a caveman where he doesn't use the internet anymore, but I don't think he's going to be posting publicly on the internet anymore anytime soon, and that's why I think Leafy is never coming back to the platform, and there's my thoughts on why. If you enjoyed the video, you know what button to press. Subscribe if you're new. Check me out on Twitch, check me out on Twitter, and I'm AugieRFC, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys.
Yeah. Now listen, man, fuck it. This verse is for those with a dream and a passion. You gotta chase it down, man. Don't ever let it pass you. Be your own boss. Don't do everything that they ask you. A lot of people gonna pull you down if they have to. Lost a lot of friends and I gained a lot of haters. They said that I was lazy every time I asked for favors. Wasn't in the game, but somehow I had commentators watching how I play the game. They want my autograph later. This world can hit you hard if you let it, but you gotta get up every time and never sweat it. Cause a lot of folks will break your heart and act like nothing never happened, but when you start winning, they'll be the ones clapping. Ask anybody who's made it through a struggle. On the walk to victory, you had to step in puddles. Got their shoes muddy on the quest.